Welcome to this comprehensive tutorial on optimizing your productivity with a powerful to-do list tracker in Google Sheets, brought to you by Mahogany Studios. In this video, we'll guide you through every feature, from recording and tracking tasks to visualizing your progress with dynamic graphs. You'll learn how to efficiently manage your schedule, categorize tasks, and stay organized with ease. Let's dive in and unlock the full potential of this versatile tool for effective task management and time optimization. As usual, the first step is setting up your sheet. In this version, we've added a new feature, color customization. This not only enhances the overall look of your tracker, but also helps distinguish between different tags and priorities more clearly. To begin the setup, you'll need to define your tags. Tags represent the categories of your tasks. For example, you might have personal tasks, work-related tasks, gym activities, entertainment, or any other categories that fit your lifestyle. Simply enter your tags into the designated column. Once added, you can assign a specific color to each tag to make them visually distinct. For instance, if you want to add a new tag like music, you can easily include it in the list and assign it a color. Let's say brown, using a simple copy and paste method. Next, we have task priorities. By default, these are set to low, normal, and high. However, you can customize these levels or add new ones based on your preference. Then, we move on to task statuses. These indicate the current state of each task. Examples include not started, in progress, done successfully, failed, or to do. It's important to assign each status to a category, either pending or closed. For example, a task marked done successfully would fall under closed, while in progress would be considered pending. This helps the sheet accurately track your workflow and progress. Finally, we have the Person in Charge section. This is especially useful for shared or work-related tasks. You can assign responsibilities to specific individuals, whether it's someone at work or at home, so everyone knows who is accountable for each task. Now it's time to populate your sheet with your tasks. This part is very simple. First, note that this column is not meant to be edited. The checkbox is automated. Once you complete a task, it will be checked automatically to indicate that the task is finished. Let's get started. Begin by entering the task name. Then, select the appropriate tag that you previously set up in the Setup tab. After that, input the start date and the deadline. Based on these dates, the sheet will automatically calculate how many days are left from today until the deadline. Next, set the priority level and update the task status. Then, assign the task to a person responsible for it. You can also add comments. These can either be written by the assigned person, if they have access to the sheet, or you can enter them yourself. Now let's look at the overdue status. This field is automatically generated. If the deadline has passed, the task will be marked as overdue. If it's still within the time frame, it will show as not due. If the task is completed, it will reflect a closed status. And if the deadline is today, it will be marked as due today to grab your attention. To make things even more visual, overdue tasks are highlighted in beige. Tasks due today are highlighted in purple. For example, if we set an active task to today's date, it will immediately turn purple. Once you mark that task as done successfully, the highlight disappears and the checkbox is automatically ticked. Also, note that some fields, like tags and calculated columns, are populated automatically, so there's no need to edit them manually. Now, let's move on to one of the most powerful features of this sheet, the calendar view. The calendar automatically displays all the tasks you've entered and assigns them to their respective dates. To set it up, first choose the year and define when your week starts. In some countries, the week starts on Sunday. In others, it starts on Monday. The calendar will adjust automatically based on your selection. Next, choose the month you want to view. By default, the calendar only shows incomplete tasks. However, you can enable the option to display completed tasks by checking the box provided. You can also choose whether tasks are displayed based on their start date or their deadline. Another useful feature is task duplication. If enabled, any unfinished task will repeat on the following days until it's completed, or until the deadline is reached. You can also filter tasks by priority, low, normal, high, tag, such as work, personal, gym, etc. Additionally, you can customize whether the colors represent priority levels or tags, depending on your preference. Next, we have the Schedule tab, which helps you organize your day in detail. Here, you assign specific time slots to your tasks. Start by setting your preferred time intervals, for example, every 15 minutes. Then, define the starting date of your week and the schedule will adjust automatically. You can also choose whether colors represent tags or priorities, just like in the calendar. Now, if you've added tasks but haven't assigned them a time yet, this is where the schedule becomes essential. You'll see a drop-down list that only shows unfinished tasks. Simply select a task and assign it to a time slot in your day. Once a task is scheduled, it won't appear again in the drop-down, keeping everything clean and organized. When you complete a task, you'll need to go back to the main to-do list and mark it as done successfully. Once you do that, it will automatically be crossed out in the schedule. You'll also find an upcoming events section, which highlights the next tasks based on your timeline. Once a task is completed, it disappears from this section automatically. At the bottom, you'll see unscheduled tasks. These are tasks that haven't been assigned a time yet. It's a helpful reminder to fully organize your day. And that's it. This is a powerful yet easy-to-use productivity tool designed to keep your tasks organized, your schedule clear, and your workflow efficient. Enjoy using it and have a productive, well-organized day.
We appreciate you watching this video. You can stay up to date on useful templates by subscribing to Mahogany Studios. This spreadsheet template can also be bought at Mahogany Sheets, the link for which can be found in the description down below. If you want this customized just the way you need it, contact us anytime. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for the latest updates and helpful templates. Catch you in the next one. More sample like this.